Hannah from The Friendly Teacher, and today I'm here to share with you my entire first week plans. So this whole video is going to go over my plans for the first 5 days of school. This is all for free. Clickable links, explanations, it's all for free. I'm going to put it in the link below. If you're more of a reader type learner, grab it here. So we're going to start off really quickly. Monday, I am going to start with Play-Doh on each kid's desk. When they walk in, there's Play-Doh on their desk. This gives them time to kind of warm up to the classroom. Playing with Play-Doh aids in conversation. They get to know people, edges off their nerves. Best way to start your first day. And then we're going to read the story, The Extraordinary First Day of School. And they're going to kind of do a little drawing activity. This is one of my kids last year. But they're going to do a little drawing activity where they're drawing what they want their first day of school to look like. Then I'm going to share a PowerPoint that explains all about me and let them make an anchor chart about what they want to see in a teacher. And then I might make an anchor chart about what I want to see in a student. We're going to play the game Switch Sides If, which is where I'll stand up on the table and I'll say, switch sides if you like dogs, and they'll run to the other side. A little get to know you, a warm up to make them not so nervous. Then I'm going to take pictures of them for their first day of school because I hang them up all year long. We're going to have popsicles. We're going to watch a video on YouTube. It's with the Minions about class rules. I'll link that too. It's in the freebie. And that's how we create our class rules. It's really funny. The kids love it every single year. We'll go over hallway walking, which I use Marshmallow Walking from Miss DeCarbo, linked as well. Then we are going to read the story Ish, which is a really fun little story about not being perfect. The kids are going to go around the classroom and answer questions about what makes my classroom perfect-ish. What would make my classroom more perfect-ish? What questions do I have about my classroom? And then they get like little things and they make perfect-ish drawings, which is really fun. And then right after that, once we answer all the questions about our classroom, we'll do a scavenger hunt so they can find anything that they did not find. Also free. We will go over our lunchroom rules, which my lunchroom rule the first week of school is you are never allowed to sit by the same person. You have to sit by a new friend every day. We'll go over bathroom. For me, hand sanitizer goes on the desk. They can go whenever they want. Snack and pencil rules as well. Second day, where I'm teaching reading stamina on day 2. I'm teaching all about reading, teaching about the library, because I want them to know how important it is in my classroom. Day 2, it comes up. That's where we teach it. We're going to do supplies. We're going to do flexible seating, talk about our morning routine. For me, morning routine is morning tubs. I provided some information on that for you as well. And then we're going to read the story, Spaghetti in a Hot Dog Bun, which is a super cute little story. And they're going to do a writing about how they're unique. This is really good for me because I kind of get to know them right away. As far as writing, it's like an informal assessment. On top of that, we do this little thing where they have to, I start music, they find a partner, they have to find something that's different about them and they stick it on a Post-it note to each other, which is really fun. Then we do a STEM activity where they have spaghetti and marshmallows and they have to build a tower, kind of going with that spaghetti theme. On day 3, I introduce my book bins to my kids and we read the story, The Big Orange Splat, which is a really fun story about a unique house. The students are then going to create their own little house, they make their own dream house, and then we take all of their ideas to make our dream classroom. Really cute drawings that come up. Then they get to interview each other. So I have interview questions that interviews and makes them realize why they are unique. That goes with that book. We do Save Fred activity, which is the STEM activity where you have to get the worm through the hole. Freebie in the freebie, or it's a freebie in the freebie. After that, we're going to review our morning routine, talk about what went well, practice it, practice it, practice it, review our ending of the day routine, practice it, practice, practice it. We go over jobs for the classroom right away so that we can get started on that. I use this free job application that's also in the freebie. They have to apply for what job they want after we learn for it. We're going to go over Dojo, which is my classroom management system. I have this, this is what they can buy with their Dojo points. Also free. All of this is pretty free. And so we're going to do that. We're going to go over Go Noodle. Day 3, we're gonna do our first actual stamina check, like how long can we read for? But before we do that, we read Miss Malarkey Leaves No Reader Behind. This is my favorite activity for the beginning of the year because the students, after they're done, they're gonna write how they feel about reading, and I give it to them on the last day of school. This shows them one of 2 things, how much better they got at writing and how their feelings have changed, what new books they like, things like that. At the end of the year, my kids always laugh at their feelings on the first day. They also will make their reading biography that I hang out in the hallway just to show how important reading is in our classroom. And then we are going to do that stamina check, fire drill, lockdown, all that good stuff. And then we're going to read the story Do Unto Otters. Really fun story. So we do two things with this. We go through all the characteristics that are in the story, talk about how they can be seen in our classroom. Then they are going to make a poster about what makes a good friend. Also, we hang that up. Then they get little scenario cards and they have to act out what a good friend would do, because in the scenario card, it was not what a good friend would do. So they change the scenario into what a good friend would do. And so then finally on day 5, we're going to do this reading challenge, which is going to be our supply. So the students have to get through this reading challenge in order to make it on the bus. So like for this one, this is point of view, character traits. They're going through all the skills and they'll be filling out their challenge booklet. And so it's fun. So they have to finish 8 different challenges. They all have to do with the reading skills in order to get on the bus, which is usually a little party at the end of the week. So we have, movie, whatever, ice cream. And this is my reading assessment for the beginning of the year. So it's an engaging, but it's also practical because I can see what skills my students need to work on, what skills they have down, because it's all the reading skills in that challenge. We'll do that almost all morning. Then in the afternoon, we start learning about SMART goals. And so I give them these little SMART goal bookmarks. That's a freebie in there. And then we create their data binder, which is also it's completely free. And this, I have a little note for parents that explains their data binder. It goes home every week. It keeps all their assessments in there. It keeps their AR points, their book recommendations, all that good stuff. So we make that. Then we read the story, The Most Magnificent Thing. And the students are going to be we do first, we talk about our classroom emotions and how we handle our classroom emotions, and we make a book where the students will write where they're going to see this emotion, how to handle it, and then I keep that book in my library all year long. But then they work on a STEM project with a group on how to make the most magnificent thing. So they're gonna make the most magnificent thing. Before they start, we make a SMART goal though, so we can practice goal setting. They make the goal for their thing, and then at the end of the STEM project, we look at the goal again, so that they are working on goal setting, working on their data binder, learning that all the first week. So that's a ton of stuff the first week. A few of the other stories that we might get to the first week are, if we can get to them, the story Almost Late to School, and then we write poems for our classroom, peanut butter and a cupcake. We love doing that and talking about food. So those are some of the other stories that we try to get to. Enemy pie, don't always work. So that's a lot of information. That's everything we do in the first 5 days of school. There are tons of freebies, tons and tons. If you grab that freebie below, you sign up for the email, it'll come in your email. You can click on all the links to get all the free resources for your first week of school. If you have any questions or anything you want me to explain more, this was a long video, so maybe not, but if you do, DM me or comment below and